You've been waking up different, thinking different, feeling different. People don't feel the same. Life doesn't feel the same. You don't feel the same. And you've been trying to ignore it, pretending nothing is changing, forcing yourself to fit into a world your soul has already left. But that's why you're here, right now, in this exact moment. Before you scroll, before you run to another video, before you escape the truth one more time, listen, just breathe, just stay for a moment, because what you're about to hear is not entertainment. It's not motivation. It's not a coincidence. This is a message your soul has been waiting for. A message that will finally explain why people are fading, why life feels tight, why your heart is unsettled, and why Allah is pulling you away from the version of you that cannot enter your next chapter. And if you leave now, you will go right back to the same confusion that brought you here tonight. So stay, because the next few seconds will open something inside you that has been locked for years. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. You're not here by accident. Allah brought you here to show you why your old life is collapsing, why your soul feels restless, and why your future is calling louder than your past can hold you. Stay with me till the end. You've survived too much to walk away from the message Allah prepared specifically for you. Your soul outgrew the life you're trying to save. There comes a moment in your life when Allah quietly shows you that you don't belong where you used to survive. The discomfort didn't come from depression. It came from elevation. Your soul started craving what your old life could never give. Your heart started suffocating in places where Allah wasn't remembered. Your spirit began breaking every time you tried to return to a version of you that no longer exists. You think you're losing people, but you're actually losing the version of you who tolerated what Allah never wrote for your destiny. Allah didn't let you stay comfortable because comfort keeps you small. So He made you restless. He made you sensitive. He made you aware of every lie, every fake friendship, every empty habit, until you finally felt the truth. My soul has outgrown this place. This is not sadness. This is rebirth. Allah is not taking your life away. He's making room for the one He always meant for you. Allah makes the old life tight before He opens the new one. There comes a time when everything in your life begins to feel uncomfortable and you don't know why. It feels like the world you once knew suddenly doesn't fit you anymore. The people you used to sit with feel different. The hobbies you used to enjoy feel meaningless. The conversations that once excited you now feel shallow. Your heart doesn't feel safe where it used to feel normal. This confusion is not a mistake. This heaviness is not random. This restlessness is not weakness. It is Allah closing the old chapter. Because if He doesn't make the old life tight, you will never step into the new one. Allah sees what you can't see. He hears conversations you were not meant to hear. He knows the truth behind faces that looked friendly but carried darkness. He knows the future you would walk into if He didn't intervene. So He begins to silence everything that was pretending to give you peace. Suddenly, the laughter around you doesn't reach your heart. Suddenly, the places you used to go start feeling suffocating. Suddenly, you feel out of place everywhere you used to belong. It feels like loss, but it's actually protection, because Allah knows that if the old life stayed comfortable, you would never move. You would never grow. You would never rise. You would never become the version of yourself your soul is praying for. So Allah closes doors without your permission. He removes people without explanation. He dries your hunger for seen. He empties your interest in distractions. He makes your heart too tired to chase what harms you. And you think something is wrong with you, but something is finally right. Your heart is waking up. Your soul is rising. Your spirit is demanding better. Allah is making the old life tight, so you finally step into the one He wrote for you before you were born. You are not being pushed into loneliness. You are being pulled into clarity. You are not being punished. You are being prepared. If your life feels small, it's because Allah is stretching your soul to fit something bigger, something cleaner, something closer to Him. Every discomfort is a sign. You don't belong there anymore. Allah removes people you can no longer walk toward Jannah with. Sometimes the people you thought would stay forever begin to fade from your life so quietly that you don't even notice at first. Messages slow down. Conversations feel forced. Secrets begin to feel unsafe. Hearts begin to disconnect. You feel confused. You feel hurt. You feel abandoned. But you are not being abandoned. You are being rescued. Because Allah knows whose heart can walk with yours toward Jannah and who will pull you toward the fire without even realizing it. You don't see what Allah sees. You see the smiles. You see the memories. You see the history. But Allah sees the envy they hid. Allah sees the words they didn't say. Allah hears the conversations that happened behind your back. Allah sees who clapped for you publicly but feared your growth privately. Some people were connected to your wounds, not your worth. Some people loved you because you were broken, not because you were strong. Some people stayed because they benefited from your silence, not because they valued your soul. And you cried when they left, but one day you will thank Allah that they did. Because if they stayed, your heart would have stayed small, your faith would have stayed weak, your growth would have stayed trapped. Allah removes people in stages. First, He shows you their truth. Then He removes the blindfold you were too loyal to take off. Then He sends signs. Then He adds discomfort. Then He brings distance. Then He shuts the door completely. And you stand there, confused and heartbroken, not realizing Allah just protected you from a disaster you would have never survived emotionally. Some people were not written in your destiny. Some friendships were not meant to enter your next chapter. Some connections were only there to teach you, not accompany you. You did not lose them. Allah removed them. He removed the ones who would block your blessings. He removed the ones who could not handle your elevation. He removed the ones who were not sincere, who were not loyal, who were not good for your heart. Your new life requires cleaner company. Your next chapter requires purified souls. Your rise requires different people around you. People who remind you of Allah, who support your growth, who protect your heart, who speak truth into your soul. Do not chase what Allah removed. If someone is meant for your journey, Allah will keep their heart tied to yours. If someone is not meant for your journey, Allah will pull them away, no matter how much history you shared. You are not being replaced. You are being upgraded. Allah is clearing the path, so you can walk toward your destiny without carrying people who were never meant to go with you. Healing requires the death of the identity you built in survival mode. You may not realize it yet, but the version of you that is fading right now was never meant to survive all the way to your destiny. There is a you that was born from pain, a you shaped by survival, heartbreak, and fear. A you that learned how to be strong by pretending you weren't hurting. A you that learned to be quiet just to be accepted. A you that learned to stay small just to keep the peace. That version carried you through some of the hardest nights of your life. That version helped you survive moments that would have destroyed others. But now, that version is becoming too heavy for the journey ahead. Allah is not trying to break you. He is trying to retire the version of you that was born from wounds. You can feel it, can't you? The old reactions don't fit you anymore. The old temptations don't attract you anymore. The old excuses don't convince you anymore. The old habits don't comfort you anymore. It feels like losing your sense of identity. It feels like your heart is being pulled apart. It feels like you don't recognize yourself sometimes. But that confusion isn't destruction. It is transformation. Allah is emptying you from the inside, so something new can be built in its place. He is removing the anger that kept you defensive, He is removing the fear that kept you small. He is removing the insecurities that kept you seeking validation. He is removing the guilt that kept you doubting your worth. He is removing the trauma that shaped your decisions. He is removing the voice inside you that always said, "You're not enough." And the process is messy. It feels like losing your grip on who you are. It feels like your heart is melting and you can't hold it together. It feels like your soul is shedding layers you didn't even know you had. You are not falling apart. You are being rewritten. And every identity that was built from pain must die. So the identity built from purpose can be born. Allah is making you softer in the right places, stronger in the right ways, quieter in your ego, but louder in your soul, less reactive, more reflective, less attached, more aligned. Your heart is being cleaned. Your mind is being reset. Your soul is being restructured. The old you was built just to survive, but the new you is being built to rise. And to become that person, you must let the version created in survival mode finally rest. The loneliness you feel is just Allah pulling you closer. There are moments in life when the world becomes so quiet around you that you start wondering if something is wrong. People become distant. Your phone stops ringing. The noise fades. The crowd disappears. The energy drops. The room becomes cold. You begin to feel like you are walking alone in a life that used to feel full. But this loneliness, this sudden isolation, this silent emptiness is not life abandoning you. It is Allah calling you closer. There are certain lessons your soul can only learn in silence. There are certain truths your heart can only hear when the world stops speaking. There are certain levels of faith you can only reach when Allah removes every distraction. So when people walked away, Allah was the one guiding their footsteps. When conversations died out, Allah was the one who ended them. When friendships faded, Allah was the one who dimmed the connection. When your heart felt alone, Allah was the one who cleared the space. Why? Because He wanted to meet you alone. He wanted your heart without competition. He wanted your tears without interruption. He wanted your attention without distraction. He wanted your prayers without noise around them. This loneliness is not rejection. It is invitation. Allah isolates the ones He loves, so He can heal them in ways no human heart can. The late nights when you lay awake, the moments when you feel disconnected from the world, the days when you feel invisible, the quiet nights that feel heavy. These are not punishments. These are private appointments with your Lord. He wants you to speak to Him the way you used to speak to people. He wants you to rely on Him the way you relied on the world. He wants you to find comfort in Him the way you once searched for it in others. He wants you to finally feel what you ignored for years. He has never left you. In the silence, He is closest. In the loneliness, He is listening. In the emptiness, He is filling you. In the isolation, He is preparing you. He is teaching you to love what is real, to depend on what is eternal, to return to the only one who never needed to leave. This loneliness is temporary. This quiet season is sacred. This stillness is healing you from the inside out. What you think is empty is actually full of Allah's presence. What feels like separation is actually protection. What feels like isolation is actually transformation. Allah separated you from people so He could bring you back to Him. And when He brings you out of this season, you will not walk the same. Your heart will not love the same. Your soul will not fear the same. Your faith will not shake the same. Because the version of you that walks out of this loneliness will be the version that finally understands you were never alone. You were chosen. Your pain is the exact tool Allah uses to build the new you. There are moments in your life when pain arrives so unexpectedly, so sharply, so deeply, that you start questioning everything. You wonder why it hurts this much. You wonder why Allah allowed it. You wonder what you did wrong. You wonder why your heart had to break just to breathe again. But what you don't see in those moments is that pain is the exact tool Allah uses to build the new you. Nothing changes you the way pain does. No advice awakens you the way heartbreak does. No lesson reaches your soul the way loss does. No reminder shakes you the way disappointment does. Allah knows which part of your heart needs to be softened and which part needs to be strengthened. Allah knows which habits need to break and which attachments need to end. Allah knows which desires need to die and which dreams need to be reborn. So He sends pain, not to destroy you, but to melt away the version of you that your future cannot carry. Pain removes what comfort would never touch. Pain reveals what ease would never show. Pain exposes what happiness would never uncover. It is in pain that you finally see the truth. It is in pain that you finally stop lying to yourself. It is in pain that your heart becomes honest. It is in pain that Allah brings you back to Him. Every heartbreak you faced was a surgery from Allah, even when you didn't understand the operation. Every betrayal cut away a connection that was draining your soul. Every closed door protected you from a disaster you could not see. Every disappointment redirected you to a path that was built with better intentions. And while you cried, while you held your chest, while you questioned your worth, Allah was saying, "My servant, you are not breaking, you are becoming." Your tears didn't weaken you, they cleansed you. Your loneliness didn't kill you, it awakened you. Your heartbreak didn't destroy you, it rebuilt you. The fire you walked through burned away the illusions, not your destiny. The pain you felt didn't make you a weaker believer, it made you a more honest believer. You learned patience, not through comfort, but through struggle. You learned humility, not through praise, but through disappointment. You learned trust, not through success, but through loss. You learned resilience, not through ease, but through pain. Your new life is being carved through the wounds you begged Allah to remove. But one day, you'll look back at the nights you cried yourself to sleep, the days your chest felt heavy, the moments when you broke down quietly, because no one understood. And you will say, if that pain never came, the new me would have never been born. The delay was not punishment, it was protection. There are times when you look at your life and wonder why everything is taking so long, why the doors are not opening, why the dua is not being answered yet, why the chapter is not moving forward, why your life seems to be paused when everyone else's is running ahead. You begin to feel like you are stuck. You begin to assume Allah is silent. You begin to believe maybe you are not worthy of what you asked for. But what if the delay was never rejection? What if the delay was the greatest protection Allah ever gave you? You see the moment. Allah sees the lifetime. You see the desire. Allah sees the consequences. You see the surface. Allah sees the soul. He knows when you are ready and when you are not. He knows when the blessing is safe and when it is dangerous. He knows when the timing will build you and when the timing will break you. Sometimes Allah delays a blessing because the blessing is ready, but you are not. Your heart still needs healing. Your character still needs discipline. Your soul still needs cleansing. Your patience still needs strengthening. Your intentions still need correcting. And Allah loves you too much to give you something that your current version cannot handle. A blessing at the wrong time feels like a curse. A relationship before maturity leads to heartbreak. Success before stability leads to arrogance. Freedom before spiritual growth leads to destruction. So Allah delays, not to punish you, but to prepare you. Every wait was protection. Every not yet was mercy. Every hold on was Allah adjusting your path. So you would not walk blindly into what looked good, but was filled with hidden harm. And while you complained, Allah was saving you. While you questioned Him, Allah was guarding you. While you doubted the timing, Allah was placing the pieces in the perfect order. The delay is not a pause. It is divine construction. Behind the scenes, Allah is building what you asked for in a way that will not break your heart this time. You are not being held back. You are being held together. You are not being denied. You are being refined. You are not being ignored. You are being upgraded. And when the blessing finally arrives, when the chapter finally opens, when the dua finally unfolds in front of your eyes, you will understand every delay. You will feel grateful for every pause. You will thank Allah for every not yet, because you will realize what I wanted earlier would have destroyed me earlier. But what Allah is preparing now will elevate me forever. What you lose for Allah, Allah replaces with something better. There comes a moment in your journey where you look back at everything you lost, the people who walked away, the relationships that collapsed, the dreams that died, the opportunities that slipped through your fingers, the chapters that ended without warning, and your heart feels heavy. You wonder why Allah took so much from you. You wonder why you had to let go of people you loved. You wonder why certain doors shut when you were praying for them to open. You wonder why your life had to break before it began to make sense. But what you don't realize is that every loss was not loss. It was clearing. It was cleaning. It was divine preparation. Because what you lose for Allah, Allah replaces with better. Always. Without exception. Without fail. Without disappointment. Every person who left your life was replaced by peace you didn't know you needed. Every heartbreak you survived became wisdom that shaped your future. Every disappointment you endured became strength that made you unshakable. Every chapter that ended was making space for a chapter you would have never imagined. You think Allah took from you, but Allah was protecting you. He removed people who were secretly hurting you. He closed doors that were guiding you toward destruction. He ended friendships that were poisoning your soul. He stopped relationships that were blocking your growth. He removed comfort that kept you spiritually asleep. And you cried. You begged. You broke. You felt like your world collapsed. But Allah was whispering to your heart, if you let go of what harms you, I will give you what heals you. If you leave what blocks you, I will open what blesses you. If you walk away from what lowers you, I will bring you what raises you. You just couldn't hear it then. Your heart was too wounded. Your soul was too tired. Your eyes were too focused on what you were losing, instead of what Allah was preparing. But the truth is, nothing you lost was meant to stay. Nothing you let go of was written for your future. Nothing that slipped away belonged in the story Allah is writing for you. Allah does not take without giving. Allah does not close without opening. Allah does not delay without preparing. Allah does not test without elevating. Everything you surrendered for His sake is now returning to you in a form that is cleaner, purer, safer, and finally aligned with who you're becoming. He is replacing loneliness with connection. He is replacing sadness with serenity. He is replacing fear with courage. He is replacing confusion with clarity. He is replacing heartbreak with healing. He is replacing loss with gifts you didn't even pray for. Your story is not collapsing. It is unfolding. Your heart is not being emptied. It is being refilled. Your life is not ending. It is being rewritten. And the new life Allah is sending you will make every tear worth it. Every long night worth it, every heartbreak worth it, every closed door worth it, every loss worth it. The day will come when you look at the blessing in front of you and whisper to yourself, if Allah gave me this, then everything I lost was saving me. You will realize that Allah didn't take anything from you. He took things for you, to protect you, to guide you, to elevate you, to make room for something far greater than what you were holding on to. And when that moment comes, you will finally understand Your new life wasn't built on what you gained. It was built on what Allah helped you let go of. And everything you let go of for Him is now returning to you. Better, stronger, purer, and written perfectly for your soul. There will be nights when you sit alone, replaying everything you lost, wondering why Allah didn't let certain people stay, why certain futures didn't unfold, why certain dreams died before they could breathe. But with every memory that hurts, there will be a quiet voice inside you saying, you didn't lose anything, you were being redirected. Redirection is mercy in disguise. You thought you needed those people, but Allah knew they were the reason your heart stayed weak. You thought you needed that opportunity, but Allah knew it would trap you in a life that wasn't yours. You thought you needed that relationship, but Allah knew it would damage the version of you that He has been preparing for years. Sometimes Allah removes what you love to protect what you are becoming. He takes away the temporary to protect the eternal. He takes away the comfort to grow your soul. He takes away the distraction to return you to Him. He takes away what blocks your destiny so He can guide you to what fulfills it. You were not abandoned. You were being guided. You were not forgotten. You were being prioritized. You were not rejected. You were being saved. What you thought was the end was actually Allah clearing the stage for your beginning. Do you know how many harmful futures Allah blocked without you ever noticing? Do you know how many dangers He stopped before they could reach you? Do you know how many times He pulled you away just seconds before something broke your heart? You only saw the closed door. You never saw what Allah was blocking behind it. You cried for the wrong people while Allah was preparing the right ones. You begged for the wrong life while Allah was building the one you're destined for. You held on to what hurt you, not knowing Allah was trying to give you something that would heal you. The things you thought were losses were actually divine replacements waiting to happen. There is something coming your way that will make you forget why you were ever sad. Something so perfect, so peaceful, so beautifully timed that it will make you say, Subhanallah. If this is what Allah was preparing, then the wait was worth it. Every tear you shed watered the seeds of the life Allah is bringing to you now. Every loss you survived prepared your heart to receive a blessing you were not strong enough for before. Allah is not done with you. This is not the end. This is the part of your story where the writer begins to show his plan. This is the moment when everything changes. This is the moment when the patience you held on to begins to bloom. This is the moment when the prayers you cried for begin to unfold. Allah never delays without purpose. And when He finally gives, He gives in ways that make you fall into sujood with tears. There will come a day, and it's closer than you think, when everything Allah took from you suddenly makes sense. That day will come when you meet a blessing that feels like home to your soul, a blessing that fits you so perfectly that your heart will say, this is why the others didn't work. That day will come when you receive something so gentle, so sincere, so pure, that your heart will whisper, this is what I was being prepared for. You will look at the peace in your life, the clarity in your chest, the calm in your thoughts, the quiet strength in your soul, and you will finally understand why Allah had to empty your hands before He could fill them. If He gave too early, you would have lost the blessing. If He gave too soon, you would have ruined it. If He gave before healing, you would have chosen from pain, not from wisdom. Allah wanted the new you to meet the new blessings. So He waited, He protected, He delayed, He separated, He purified, He rebuilt. He made you stronger so you could carry the blessing. He made you wiser so you would recognize it. He made you patient so you would value it. He made you faithful so you would protect it. And when Allah finally gives, He gives with beauty. He gives with precision, He gives with timing that feels divine. He gives in a way that leaves no doubt in your heart. This was written for me. In that moment, you will stop grieving the past. You will stop questioning the delay. You will stop regretting what you lost. You will stop wishing for what Allah removed. Because you will finally realize, if you had kept what you wanted, you would have missed what you needed. If you had received what you prayed for, you would have lost what was meant for you. If Allah didn't take, He couldn't give. And He is about to give. He is about to bring something into your life that will feel like it was worth every heartbreak, every tear, every night of waiting, every moment of confusion, every painful goodbye. Your new life is coming. Your new peace is coming. Your new circle is coming. Your new blessings are coming. Your new identity is coming. And when it all arrives, you will whisper through tears, Ya Allah, you never took anything from me. You took things for me. Listen to me. Before you click away, before this moment slips into the noise of your day, I want you to breathe, slowly, deeply, because what I'm about to tell you is not a coincidence. You were not here by mistake. You didn't randomly scroll your way into this video. Your heart didn't accidentally feel everything you felt tonight. This was written. Every second you listened, every sentence that shook you, every part where you felt like the words were talking exactly to the wound you hide, that was not me. That was Allah, pulling you back to Him. You don't even realize it, but something inside you shifted tonight. A wall inside you cracked. A heaviness you've been carrying alone finally loosened its grip. A part of you that was dying quietly finally breathed again. And I need you to hear this. Allah has not forgotten you. Not for a moment. Not for a heartbeat. Not even in the nights you cried yourself to sleep, thinking no one noticed your breaking. Allah noticed. Allah counted every tear. Allah protected every piece of you that people mishandled. Allah held every dream you thought you lost. And if He brought you here to these words, at this exact moment, it means only one thing. Your story is not ending. It's beginning. You're about to rise in ways that will make sense of every heartbreak, every delay, every moment you thought was a punishment. Allah is preparing a version of you that even you haven't met yet. So don't walk away from this video like nothing happened. Sit with this feeling. Hold it. Protect it. Because this is the moment your life quietly turned. And when the world finally sees who you're becoming, you will remember tonight as the night Allah whispered to your heart, I never left you. I was building you. If you felt even a single line in your soul, then stay with us. There is more healing ahead, more clarity, more reminders, more moments like this. And until the next time we meet here, under the quiet of the night, may Allah protect your heart, guide your steps, and give you the strength to become the person your soul always knew you could be. Amen. Good night, my friend.